my swag to infinity. I leveled up on these. Yeah, I leveled up. I bezeled up on these. Yeah, I bezeled up. I ain't got time for no negative energy. I'm on a winning streak. I'm on a spree. The devil be doing the most, but he don't ever get to me. Bring out the Brinks truck. I'm young, flying, iced up. 100-yard dash. I had to run my price up. Boss your life up. I had to boss mine up. $10,000 outfit, $100 up. Hey, when you on top, don't hate on you. That's what they supposed to do. I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof. Hey, when you on top, don't hate on you. That's what they supposed to do. I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster without the roof.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down throw for Prescott. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
On third down, it's Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, Elliott. And he works free. 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big run that time by Elliott, 42 yards. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
The give is to Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, got him halfway there. You don't see the sneak all that often from the 2-yard line, because you definitely don't want to see your quarterback get clobbered. But you wonder if we might see the same play again.
He'll get it up the middle. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go now with Olawale. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. Then on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. In his own end zone, it's Garoppolo. To the right side, caught by Saleh. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Oh, what a juke into space. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down. Now Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Take it at the 37. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Again to Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Eric Armstead in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
46. 47.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Prescott from the gun on third. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second down, Prescott. Flushed out right. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
There's Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick here is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Yeah, the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Well, that second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's got some space here. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis with what they'll score a 106-yard return. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They go to Elliott again. And some space here. Zeke with a shake and bake. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw now. Prescott being chased out left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Running with Elliott. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 5. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And he finds his tight end, Salek. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Garoppolo now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. And Gold is able to put it through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Eric Armstead in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Prescott from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Going up top. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Dancing to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thompson. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
It's coming now.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Here you go.
Again, it's Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Prescott to throw it. Steps away to his left. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the run, Darkwa. And he stopped immediately there. call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Breaks through the contact. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that's the big fella's M.O. right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Prescott now on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. That'll bring up second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now Darquan. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on fourth down.
Here we go, 46.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And they take a knee. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it, because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as